Good morning, my fabulous friends. This is Jen with Inspired Horsemanship, and I'm here to chat a little bit more about the F's of horsemanship. And today I want to talk about freedom. And I've moved my horses a couple weeks ago to a new barn where they're outside 24/7. And to me, that is the healthiest thing I can do for my horses so they can move, and they can move from place to place, which is, from a wild horse perspective, that is the best way to keep their gut healthy, their muscles, their cartilage, their bones, their mind all healthy. Freedom can be something as simple as just having your horse outside of a stall for periods of time during the day. I think that we need to get as close to a natural environment as possible within your boarding or your situation that you have your horses in. I ended up moving my horses to a boarding facility that gives 24/7 time outside. They have natural shelter, they have little hills and dales to run in, they have an outdoor arena, they have a gorgeous round pen, and they have bridle paths. So there's a lot of opportunity for movement. And part of freedom is the freedom to move. So that's what we were talking about. It also can be freedom to be with friends. So in a stall situation, again, they're not being able to bond with other horses. So think about that also. And a lot of people have their horses in one paddock. One horse in one paddock and then another horse in another paddock. Think about that they really do need that family band of horses, whether it's 2 or 4 or 30. So freedom comes into having that family also to move together to feel safe. So then I really am going to cause a commotion maybe about freedom from the things that we do to them. So in a positive reinforcement setting, we want to have the horse to have the freedom to choose, the freedom to say no, the freedom to say yes. So freedom can be just as important as the outside environment that they're living in as it is by giving them the freedom to choose. Just like you, just like me, when we take that freedom away, something happens to our spirit. So with positive reinforcement training, we give our horse a voice and a choice to be able to have the freedom to be a sentient being and an autonomous being. So if I'm asking my horse, let's say, to come to the mounting block, and I'm doing it at liberty, meaning I don't have reins, I don't have a lead rope, but can you come to the mounting block and stand next to me? Now there's multitude of steps to get there, and we can talk about that another day, but I'm just talking about freedom. What if your horse then says, you gave me the freedom to choose, and I say no? And that's part of freedom too, is I can say no. I have an opinion. It may be different than your opinion. My horse's opinion may be different than what I want, but do I give him the freedom to do that then? And how do I handle my emotions with that freedom? How about that? The other thing is, what about the gadgets that we use? I'm talking about anything, the gadgets of spurs, the gadgets of side reins, of running martingales, of really harsh bits, of really tight nose bands. What does that implicate in us when we feel we need to have that kind of control over our horse? Is that freedom? It's something to chat about. And so when we're rounding all this out, From my positive reinforcement background, I want my horses to have as much freedom to be able to open their mouth. So I may use a bitless bridle. Now, quotes, bitless bridles can be harsh too, okay? So I know that we can have conversations about it all. But let's just say in a real world, which we all kind of are in unless we have our horses at home, we need to have a semblance of control around other people, where there's dogs, where there's cars, where there's danger. So when I put my horse's bridle on and I have reins, there's some control there. But can I give my horse a little bit of autonomy to say, no, I don't want to do that? Can you canter? No, I just want to walk. Can we go over here? Yeah, I just want to stand. So where does that go with freedom? So again, when we're looking at the hierarchy of needs, safety is number one. Comfort, play. I know there's food in there. There's, there's sexual beings. There's sex there. There's, that's just part of the hierarchy of needs. But let's just keep thinking about freedom, okay? So if some people feel you should never ride a horse, now I disagree with that. I love riding. I love the freedom I feel. But I also want my horses to feel free also. So if they don't come to the mounting block and they say no, I'm going to listen to them. So that one F of freedom for our horsemanship, I hope that we can carry on conversations and that we have the freedom to speak our hearts, to speak our minds without judgment. I'm not placing shame or blame or judgment on any of you. It's just my opinion. So if we can safely be in this space to talk, it's a good thing. Blessings to you. Blessings on your space that you're sitting here with. Blessings on your horses. Blessings on your day. Thank you.